Okay, we've got Boots.
Cody.
I'm Bob.
Okay, and this is the podcast. So, Cody, you want a Pope's hat? Let's talk about that.
Okay, so, not just a Pope's hat. I wanted the actual Pope's hat. Have you ever seen the Pope's hat?
Yes.
I mean, it's, like, it's just perfect. It's like a little, I don't even know how to describe it.
It's very Popish.
Popish,
That's
I guess, but I've always, like, wanted a
hashtag
Pope's...
Popish.
It's not even a word. I've always wanted the Pope's hat for the longest time. Just, like, go to Italy and
Is it
steal
your
the Pope's hat.
childhood dream?
Yes,
Childhood
yes. When I was a little child, I saw the Pope on the news. I was like, I need that hat. My mother wouldn't buy it for me, so I have to just steal it now.
Someday, when you guys see some random guy come tackle the Pope on the news and steal his hat, it was Cody.
Yeah, it was probably me.
Okay, I would just like to point out that America, we have, like, cookie-cutter shows. Like, take any show. Name a show.
Big Bang Theory.
Okay? Name a different show.
Friends.
They are very similar. They all have the basic thing. But then you go and you look at, like, BBC. They actually, like, they are similar, but they actually, like, go into depth. It's not just sex, drugs, and partying. Like, even the shows in England I don't like, I still think they're well put together. Would you not agree?
Yeah.
What about you, Bob?
I don't watch BBC, so
Well,
I'm sorry.
You're weird.
You have no
Yeah.
opinion then?
Okay.
But the thing about it, like, Doctor Who... Jersey Shore. Okay. Sherlock. Big Bang Theory. Exactly.
What is a Temples Recommends card, Mr. Mormon?
Okay. Temple Recommends card is where us Mormons have to get interviewed to actually get inside the Mormon temples. And yeah, we actually do have a little card that says, yes, let this guy in.
Awesome. Bob, you have anything to add?
Not really.
Okay. Magic. Y'all know what Magic is, like the card game, right?
Sure.
I've heard of it.
Okay. I was talking to one of my friends at the college, because he plays it. And what I want to know, because I asked him, like, some of his cards, he's literally paid, like, $5 for a card. And he said there are some people that are willing to pay, like, $20 for a singular card. I want to know, because the game is associated for, like, people, like, 16 to 23 or around that age. Why would you be willing to pay that much money on a piece of cardboard and ink?
I don't know. I can't answer that one for you.
Like, even when I was, like, real little and played Pokemon cards, they were, like, $5, and you got enough cards to last you the rest of your life.
I still have some that I had.
Magic cards or Pokemon cards?
Pokemon cards. I've
Exactly.
never had Magic cards.
And, okay, social media. What do y'all think of Facebook? I honestly am hoping that it dies out very, very soon.
I used to be a fan of it a while ago. Now it's just really stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
honestly,
nice to be able to message people.
yeah, that's the only reason I still have mine.
Yeah, that's the only reason I keep mine, is to actually be able to still talk to people. But
Because
Me too.
it's a lot easier to contact you on that than it is on your phone, because you, like, never text me back.
okay, my phone, that's a whole nother subject altogether. Okay. My phone, hold on, let me get this brick out. It's this little tiny Nokia phone. It's indestructible. And look how hard, okay, it's smaller than my hand, okay? Think about how hard that is to text people with, okay?
Especially when you realize that his hands are, like, huge, because he's a swimmer, and swimmers have big hands.
And I don't have unlimited text, and so my mother kind of bites my head off whenever I text anybody. And
Ah, that explains it. See, I always just assumed you hated me
that too, but
for making all the Mormon jokes.
I make them with you.
Okay. Since y'all did not follow instructions and come with things. Okay. Youth of America. So,
Gosh.
I honestly want to know, because I was at the PLC for my Boy Scout troop, and I'm sure there's some Boy Scouts that know what that is, but it's basically a meeting where we plan everything we're going to do. And I'm no longer in Boy Scouts, technically, because I'm 18 and too old. But I still know a lot of the little kids, and they're the same age I was when I joined. I really want to know if I was that much of a spoiled brat and annoying kid when I was that age. I really, honest to God, hope I was not that spoiled.
I don't think
Like,
was
I know
either.
Bob, because Bob, you're 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, 15.
About
Bob,
16.
I would have been 15 when you were 12 and you joined Boy Scouts, and he was not like that. Like, Bob said, like, maybe 5 words the first 3 years he was in Boy Scouts.
Like, combined or each year?
No, like, combined. Like, literally,
Okay.
he said the pledge, the oath and law, and that was about it.
Yep.
That's all I ever said either.
And
Just-
that's why everybody loved Bob, because you had all these little brats running around, and then you had Bob. And, like, I really need to start asking, like, some of the older boys that were, or not older boys, but the people that were older when I was in Scouts at that age, because I really hope I was not that annoying of a brat. I mean, you're in boys. We're all Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
You have little kids like that, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh. Half the time I don't even show up anymore. I just
Okay.
need to finish my Eagle Scout and I'm out.
Yeah. So, anyways, basically, for y'all that aren't Boy Scouts, there's a thing called NYLT, National Youth Leadership Training, and it's supposed to go and you're taught how to be in charge of your Boy Scout troop and plan things. So, and my troop, which me and Bob are from the same troop. Cody is not. He's from a Mormon troop. But anyways, I don't know if y'all still know there, but ours has a requirement in order to be elected senior patrol leader, which means you're head boy, you have to go there first. And it basically teaches you everything you need to know to lead Boy Scouts. And we have these boys that are coming back, and they know nothing. Like the other day at the PLC, which you're supposed to have an agenda of what you're going to cover that meeting. And he's like, well, I got it in my head. I'm like, no, that is bullcrap. You need to write it down now. And then, like, his way of planning a meeting was, we're going to do this, this, and this. I'm like, well, what happens if you forget about it? And he's like, oh, no, I'll remember. I'm like, no, you write it down now. And then the scribe. Now, the scribe is supposed to take minutes of the meeting. What do you consider minutes of the meeting?
Like, the points that we covered.
Yes, and, like, details of, like, what our plans are, right? This was his we start at 7 o'clock. So 7:02, talked about new scouts coming. 7:10, talked about upcoming campouts. And I was like, that's pointless. I could have told you we covered that.
I've been scribe before, and I actually tried to get the main ideas done. I was alright at it.
But you need to get more than just,
I was
we
better than
talked
that.
about this.
There's a reason I don't claim to be Boy Scout anymore.
And then I used to be senior patrol leader.
Oh, that's
For-
I used to be a Boy Scout like you, and then I took an arrow to the knee.
No, get out. Get out. But
What
it
else
was
do I have
horrible
here?
being in charge of those people.
Yeah.
So, now that I'm older, I'm in Venture, which is kind of like Big Boy Scouts. I mean, that sounds really creepy, but it's the only way I really know
It's
to
all.
explain.
It's where you get to do all the cool stuff where you didn't get.
Yeah,
to do
basically
Boy
what you
Scouts.
And you don't have to deal with the munchkins.
And you don't have to.
Yeah,
And
basically all the things
Yeah.
you think Boy Scouts do, like rock climbing and stuff, that's when you actually get to do this when you're in Venture.
Boy Scouts is like first aid.
So the other
6
day,
times.
we went and we
Yeah.
played, we were bowling, and
That's
this
about it.
dude and his girlfriend showed up, and our fearless leader, who is supposed to be our adult leader that keeps us from doing stupid stuff, points out a girl, is like, look at Miss Huge Tits No Ass. And I'm just like, are you drunk? And he was like, yes, I'm drunk. And at first I thought he was joking, but he legitimately was drunk. And I'm not trying to paint a bad picture for Boy Scouts. He hasn't been a Boy Scout for like 5 years. He's gone to the military and stuff, so he is a good guy. It was just really funny. He forgot that we had a meeting, and him and his dad were out getting a few shots. But he then showed us how to take a paper or a napkin, and do I have a napkin in here?
I don't know, it's your car.
My car is a mess. And basically he showed us how to make a napkin rose for picking up waitresses and girls at Hooters. That was literally his way. He's like, you ever want to pick up a girl at Hooters or a girl that's a waitress, make her a paper rose and hand it to her and be like, excuse me, ma'am, but my napkin is broken. He
My
says,
napkin's broken.
you'll get them every time. I'm like, I don't think that's true. But later that night, I was practicing how to make napkin roses. And